All right, today we're going to crack open a classic algebra problem. But instead of just throwing around a bunch of abstract rules, we're going to look at it in a way that you can actually see.
I mean, what if you could literally see the answer to an algebra problem? Instead of just juggling all those letters and numbers, what if we could turn the whole thing into a simple picture? Well, it turns out you totally can. And trust me, it makes understanding the why behind the rules so much easier.
Okay, so to get this whole thing started, let's just forget about algebra for a second.
Yeah, really. We're going to start by solving a super simple geometry puzzle. It all begins with this basic shape.
And here it is, just a simple rectangle. Right now, our one and only goal is to figure out its total area. So you can see it's got a side here with a length of 2a, and the top is split into two different parts. One part is 5a long, and the other is just b long. And believe it or not, that's everything we need.
Now, we could try to calculate the whole thing at once, but honestly, the easiest way to do this is to just break the shape down. We're going to look at it as two smaller, simpler rectangles.
And once we do that, this whole thing becomes super straightforward, right? For that first section, the area is just length times width, 2a times 5a, which gives us 10a squared. Easy enough. For the second section, it's 2a times b, which is just 2ab. So to get the total area of the whole thing, we just add those two pieces together.
And there we have it. The total area of our shape is 10a squared plus 2ab. So, our simple little geometry puzzle solved.
Okay, so right about now, you're probably thinking, that's great. I can find the area of a rectangle, but I thought we were talking about algebra. Well, hold on, because this is the moment where it all connects.
Okay, check this out. On the left, you've got the area we just figured out using our picture, right? 10a squared plus 2ab. And on the right, that's a standard algebra problem you'd see in any textbook. Expand the expression, 2a times the quantity 5a plus b. Look closely. The answer we found with our drawing is the solution to the algebra problem. They're the exact same thing.
So what we've just stumbled upon here, this visual trick, it actually has a name. This is the secret hiding behind one of the most fundamental rules in all of algebra. It's called the distributive law. See, instead of just memorizing some abstract rule from a book, we've actually seen why it works. Multiplying that 2a by the whole group, 5a plus b, is exactly the same as multiplying the 2a by each little part inside, and then adding up the results, just like we did with our rectangle. Okay, so now that we have this powerful visual locked in our brains, let's see how this applies to solving the problem the abstract way, without having to draw a rectangle every single time. So the rule itself is actually pretty simple. You take that term on the outside of the parentheses, that's our 2a, and you distribute it. You multiply it by each term on the inside. It's just like thinking about that 2a side of our rectangle getting multiplied first by the 5a part of the top, and then by the b part of the top. And what do you know? When we do that, we get the exact same steps we took with our area calculation. First up, 2a times 5a gives us 10a squared. Second, 2a times b gives us 2ab. You put them together, and the result is 10a squared plus 2ab. The very same answer, but this time it's all just pure algebra. And this is the whole point, right here. That abstract rule isn't just some random command you have to memorize. It's actually a description of something real, something you can see. That rectangle we drew, that is the distributive law in action. It's a mental picture you can now use anytime you see a problem that looks like this. And that kind of leaves us with a pretty cool final thought. If we can see this rule so clearly with just a simple picture, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other supposedly abstract parts of math and just waiting for us to find the right picture? What other secrets could we unlock?